19 October San. In 2017, astronomers at Pan-Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System Telescope were monitoring the sky when suddenly they saw an object that was moving very fast and changing its position rapidly. Seeing this, all the scientists were surprised. That object was detected in 2017 by astronomers using the Pan-Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System Telescope. But then, they found such information about this object, after which it started to seem like a comet. But when scientists were studying the data of this object, things started to get more and more confusing. They found out that it is an interstellar object, which could be an asteroid or even a comet. This is the first interstellar object that we have seen and studied, which has interacted with our solar system from so far away. But this conclusion gave scientists a puzzle and increased their curiosity. Because this thing, whatever it was, had already left the sun far behind and we couldn't see it at the same time. And when we finally saw it, its speed was 54 miles per second. Clearly, it wasn't staying in our solar system for long either. When this mysterious object was discovered on Hawaiian Island, it was also named Hawaiian. If Oumuamua is a message that has come for the first time, then what is the real truth of Oumuamua that will shock you? Is it possible that this is an alien spaceship, or has any alien civilization sent it? Where did it come from? You will find out the answer to this in today's video. In 2017, it was suddenly seen. Scientists were very interested in this object and started trying to find out what it was. The first assumption everyone made was that it could be some kind of asteroid. It was in the shape of a cigar, and one reason for calling it an asteroid was that it didn't have any tail, which is usually seen in the case of comets. But as more and more studies were done on it, scientists started to doubt this assumption. Its orbit was hyperbolic, which meant that we were seeing it for the first and last time. This object was leaving our solar system, and the biggest reason for this was its speed. It was moving ahead at a speed of 54 miles per second, and this speed was almost 3 times greater than any average asteroid or comet in the solar system. And that's when scientists started giving different theories about it, because the speed it was currently moving at could not be justified by calling it just an asteroid. If nothing else, it was definitely moving in a mysterious way. We just couldn't understand this object. After all, how can something achieve such a high speed? Even in our surroundings, achieving such a high speed beyond the gravitational pull of our planet was not possible for anyone at that time. One day, it will say goodbye to our solar system forever. This is Harani speaking. Here, its speed was not slowing down. An alien spaceship powered by such technology, which we can't even imagine. And from here, Oumuamua looked like it was colliding with an extraterrestrial and alien spaceship. And this mystery kept getting deeper and deeper as soon as it went viral on the internet. At that time, there were some scientists who still wanted to understand it based on the fundamentals of science. There were some scientists like this too, who kept their ideas separate. In this mystery, they looked at the thing differently. Whether it was Lekin, or those who were Calvinic, or those who were far from our understanding of science. It was very difficult to prove the theory of aliens, or if we ever want to reach any conclusion in the future, we have not found any evidence of them yet. Are they hiding from here on purpose? And does this mean that there are actually no aliens in our universe? After so much happened, scientists were trying to solve the mystery of its speed, and they were keeping an eye on the possibility of it being an asteroid, in which there are some such points from which its non-gravitational acceleration can be justified. So scientists believed that an object cannot become a comet without being an asteroid, because when a comet passes close to the sun, it evaporates. Because of this, gas and dust are released from it, which works to reduce the thrust for a comet. Just like these particles are released from the comet gets a push and its speed increases. So in this way, the speed of the comet keeps on increasing little by little. But there's a big mistake here as well. And that's because comets experience a lot of frozen water in their outer layers, which turns into gas as they get closer to the sun. And this causes the water vapor to be released from the comets. Dust and other gases are also released. which we can see as a tail. Comets release these things as they pass by. A very long tail can be seen behind the comet. But in our atmosphere, we can't see any such tail. So how did we know it was a comet? Now, the mystery of Oumuamua was only getting deeper. There was no sign of any asteroid in its appearance, but its behavior was not like any comet either. So how could the first one be solved? That's where the twist comes in this story. Jennifer Bergner, who is an assistant professor at the University of California, Berkeley, they started studying the chemical reactions that take place in interior composition rocks to understand this puzzle, which are present in a very cold environment, just like in space. Jennifer believes that the actual explanation for Oumuamua's first case is very simple, and maybe that's why we never paid much attention to it. And she presents her own one stone two birds solution. Joki works at the National Science Foundation in Cornell University, and the two of them started working together on this mysterious object. Jennifer and Daryl believe that if the object is not forming a tail, then the reason could be that there is no dust and water vapor being released from it. It is possible that the object is only releasing highly volatile materials such as hydrogen, nitrogen, and carbon monoxide. But there were also many theoretical issues in trying to explain this theory. For example, if you shake hydrogen, hydrogen gas doesn't make any sound. To freeze the size of ammonia in the object, you will need an extremely cold temperature. Scientists believe no other molecule exists at the necessary density. If this object Oumuamua is going to be made in the cloud, it will be in the cloud. It is so cold that it will freeze the hydrogen and pack it inside this object. Apart from this, nitrogen was also present, which was providing frost to accelerate that object. If the Viking hydrogen was not taken carefully, then by mistake, if it came in contact with the travel, this Viking hydrogen could have settled on the travel. They couldn't remember the name of the person who took the sample. Now, among the scientists, there was one more curiosity, and that was what would happen next. If any hydrogen isotope is present, then it was clear from the presence of interest hydrogen that finally, hydrogen is so successful in that object. So how did our solar system reach there? So here, Jennifer had the idea that a comet which is interstellar, we can only recognize it as long as it is visible. In fact, it gets exposed to cosmic radiation, and we know that comets mostly have water ice. This cosmic radiation reacts with that water ice, and due to this reaction, molecular hydrogen, H2 is formed from the water ice. So their question was, can we trap that hydrogen in such a way that when the object travels through interstellar space and comes near our sun, the hydrogen gets released and provides thrust? Is this possible, and can this thing explain that non-gravitational acceleration? But surprisingly, Jennifer finds all this very easy. Jennifer discovers experimental results from the 1970s to 1990s that demonstrate this. It was found that when a highly energetic particle, like a cosmic ray, hits normal ice in space, molecular hydrogen gets trapped in that ice, and that trap is permanent because the ice that forms in space has an amorphous structure. And just like we see on our sun, the energy in the sun sometimes changes the ice from an amorphous to a crystalline form. Because of this, it becomes easier to identify trapped hydrogen in it, and this gives scientists a solid clue about this object. Jennifer's idea is so simple that scientists believe this process is happening on that comet. And this idea was so simple that no one had thought of it before. As soon as Lacan heard this, another question arose. Is this comet really an interstellar object? How can we be sure that the comets we see are really coming from outside our solar system? Out there, cosmic rays keep hitting those comets, and this process keeps happening to those comets as well. So it's also possible that Oumuamua wasn't really an interstellar object, but just a comet that came from the very edge of our own solar system. We know that comets keep wandering around the outskirts of the solar system, and by studying comets, we can learn a lot about the formation of our solar system. No planet gives us as much information, By studying interstellar comets, we will also be able to understand the formation of other solar systems. And then maybe we can find out very accurately whether there are aliens in reality or not. Friends, this might seem strange, but let me explain it clearly with a comment section example. Friends, if you like this video, then please like and share it among your friends. Subscribe and enable notifications for more informative videos. See you soon, friends. Not just one, but many more such informative videos are available.